I know with the plethora of credit cards out there, it's really easy to get lost in the sauce to figure out which credit cards are right for you guys. That's exactly why in this video, I've narrowed down 5 credit cards that are going to be perfect for your everyday spending and also can complement anybody's spending patterns and really complete anybody's arsenal of everyday credit cards that they can use to their advantage. So I'll go ahead and go into the 5 different credit cards and the individual benefits of each individual credit card. And then later on in this video, I'm going to go more into depth on exactly why I chose these specific 5 credit cards, on why I believe they'll be the perfect combination to be able to maximize your spending patterns and get the most points for your dollar. Now let's go and get into this video right now. Now the first credit card that I really wanted to talk about is going to be the American Express Gold Card. This is honestly one of my favorite credit cards. It's a mid-tier credit card, so in order to get approved for this credit card, you'll need at least a 680. I would recommend that you guys try to get to a 720 just to be safe for the approval. Now this credit card is really good. It has 4 points on dining and restaurants, and also has 4 points for every grocery and supermarket in the US. I really like this card because of the fact you really get the benefits of having a higher level card, but at the end of the day, it's still a mid-tier card. So a lot of people can get approved for it, even people that are just starting off in their credit journey as well. The really nice part about the American Express Gold Card is that you actually get 60,000 bonus points when you spend $4,000 on eligible purchases within the first 6 months of having the credit card. So this is a really great incentive to go ahead and get this credit card, due to the fact that if you spend the $4,000, you get an automatic free $600 as long as you meet all of the qualifications for the sign-on bonus. The American Express does have a little bit of a high annual fee, which is around $295 a year, but at the end of the day, I think it's worth it because you do end up getting that sign-on bonus, plus the reward points really add up a lot. I remember a lot of times me just using this credit card, I'll automatically just start spending, and basically I'll start looking at my reward points and I'll have a $3,000. So trust me, those points really add up quickly, and don't sleep on this card for sure. Now the next credit card that I want to talk about is going to be the Capital One Savior credit card. This card is not the most flashiest, it's not the most popular or well known. I really like this card just because it's one of those sleeper cards where you wouldn't expect a lot, but you actually get a lot for your dollar. So for the Capital One Savior card, you're going to get 3% for dining, streaming services, along with entertainment and groceries as well. So it's a really good card that you guys can use for every day. You guys will also get 5% for hotels and rental bookings. So it's a really good card just to complement a travel card that we'll mention later on in this video. And if that hasn't convinced you enough, the Capital One Savior card actually gives you 10% on all Uber Eats and Uber rides. So it's not too many credit cards that give you more than 4%, let alone 10% back on anything. Now, again, if you guys are living in New York or you guys live in a city where you're gonna need Uber, definitely highly recommend getting this credit card. And heck, I even have this credit card because sometimes I don't want to go out and I'll just get some Uber Eats. So this card is definitely a bonus. And another great perk of having the Capital One Savior card is that it will give you access to the Capital One travel portal, which will allow you to go ahead and actually redeem your points for travel through the Capital One portal online. And the Capital One Savior card also has a $0 annual fee, and along with that, you guys will actually get a $200 statement credit after you guys spend $500 within the first 3 months. So definitely don't sleep on this card. Great everyday card. Now the next card that I'm going to be mentioning is going to be the American Express Blue Business Preferred credit card. I know I mentioned the American Express Gold card, but this card actually might be better than the Gold card itself. With the Blue Preferred card, you're actually going to get 6% on all items bought at US grocery stores. It does have an annual cap of $6,000 that you guys can spend in order to redeem that 6 points per dollar, but at the end of the day, it's still pretty good. And you also get 6% on all streaming services. You also get 3% on all travel bookings, rental car bookings, and hotel bookings that you guys purchase through the American Express online. You also have $0 annual fee for the first year that you have the credit card. However, after this year, you'll have to pay a $95 annual fee, which again isn't too bad compared to the Gold card, which has a $295 annual fee. You also get a $250 statement credit once you guys spend $3,000 or more on eligible purchases within the first 3 months of having the credit card. So definitely a card that not a lot of people are aware of, but I highly recommend that you guys have that in your arsenal because it definitely kicks in. It definitely helps you guys with your spending habits and redeeming those points, because 6% on groceries and travel is really hard to beat. Now, next card that I'm going to be talking about is going to be the Alliant 2% Visa Signature credit card. Now, this is a card that most people really haven't heard about. Alliant is a fintech credit union. It's a smaller credit union. They're based out of Chicago, but I really like this this credit union because they do give higher limits. And with their Visa Signature credit card, now with all Visa Signature credit cards, the minimum approved amount is going to be $5,000. So as you guys can tell, you guys will get a higher limit off the bat if you do get approved for this card. So you guys will actually get 2.5% on all categories on the first $10,000 of eligible purchases. Then after that, it turns into 1.5% on all purchases. But again, having 2.5% on all purchases for the first $10,000 you guys spend with the credit card is really a great card for any everyday use, right? And another great thing about the 2% Visa Signature credit card from Alliant is that there's actually no annual fee, so that's a great perk as well. Now the fifth and last card that I'm going to be mentioning in this video is going to be the Chase Sapphire Preferred credit card. This is a great beginner travel card. The Chase Sapphire Preferred will actually give you guys 5% on all travel booked through the Chase portal. So you guys will also get 3% on dining, restaurants, and online shopping. So along with the 5% that you guys will get for all travel booked through the Chase portal and 3% for online streaming, shopping, and dining, you guys will also get 10% reward points for all eligible purchases after you guys made your payment for the annual fee. Now the annual fee for the Chase Sapphire Preferred is $95. Now lastly, the Chase Sapphire Preferred actually has a sign-on bonus of 60,000 points once you guys spend $4,000 or more on eligible purchases within the first 3 months of having the credit card. So you'll have a little less time than the American Express Gold card to go ahead and meet that sign-on bonus. But at the end of the day, if you guys say want to spend it on furniture or even just to travel outside the state, you guys can definitely catch up and make that sign-on bonus, which will give you guys a free $600. Now, those are the 5 individual credit cards that I've narrowed it down, and those are really great credit cards for everyday use. The reason why I picked these individual credit cards is due to the fact is that they really complement one another well in different spending categories. So it really helps you guys have a complete arsenal that you guys can be able to use every day. And say for example, the Chase Sapphire Preferred, you guys can go ahead and use it for travel. The Alliant Visa Signature, you guys can use for any major purchases or any just everyday purchases. And along with that, the Capital One Savior card, it's a really great card. You guys definitely want to take advantage of the 10% on Ubers and Uber Eats. And along with that, the American Express Gold card is a perfect credit card for eating out. So anytime I eat out, I'm automatically using my American Express Gold card. And then also too, you guys can use the American Express Gold card for grocery shopping. And if you guys happen to run out of that $6,000 annual maximum for the American Express Blue Business Preferred, you guys can always switch back to the Gold card. So it's no biggie at all. So yeah, I really wanted to make sure that I included credit cards that were essential and were kind of mid-tier credit cards and weren't too hard to get approved for. Most of these credit cards, you'll need a credit score of anywhere from 680 to 720. I highly recommend you guys be on the higher side just to make sure that your approval rates are a lot higher. So if you guys are interested in applying for any one of these credit cards or just learning more about these credit cards, go ahead and tap the link below. I've included all the links to these credit cards down below in the description. And I want to make sure that if you guys have any questions, concerns, reach out to me or my team. We'd be happy to help you guys. So if you guys don't quite have the credit score to be able to get approved for these credit cards, don't worry. Make sure you guys go ahead and check out our credit repair hacks that we have on our YouTube. We show you guys everything on how to be able to boost your credit score, how to remove negative accounts, and also add the positive accounts so you guys can be able to get those credit cards and be one step closer to your financial freedom. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out, sir.